All right. Hi, everyone who's joined us for the summer Williams College Summer LoL 2022. Sorry we're a bit late, but it looks like the draft has just started, and with Tofu picking, well, actually, the draft did not just start. Tofu is just trolling in the chat. With me, I have King of Conquest, Louis Vuitton. Are you here? Hello, co-casters.
Hello.
All right, yeah. So we have Sammy, Rich Game Buddy, historical first round
Which game,
draftee.
buddy?
Yeah. All right, Vincent, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
Sorry, I was just trying on a mission to find Eric.
I see. All
But
right.
he'll be here.
Oh, he's joining along as well. Okay. So yeah,
No,
with me.
he's the captain.
Oh,
He's the
fair.
captain.
Yeah, with me,
Yeah.
King of Conquest, Louis Vuitton, and Rich Game Buddy to help with the draft analysis. All right. So I think Sammy has stated that this draft is historically very difficult this year.
Yes, there's a lot of it's a lot more, I guess, sort of what's the word?
Players.
It's a little more condensed, where it's like you have less separating most of the players. Like there's not as much of a rank difference. And there's also a lot of players that have played less or like not at all this year. So that's a lot of uncertainty to the like how people view their level of play.
Yeah, I do think this year's draft is filled with ARAMers. It's just like a bunch of people that loves to play ARAM
I
and
mean,
they
that's just
just
because we're all
don't
getting
play.
old.
Yeah,
We're
I
all
think
like
we're old.
retiring.
Yeah. So how do you think ARAM translate to actual Summoner's Rift?
Well, I think ARAM is the way the game is meant to be played.
I think there's some value and gives you more of a gives you more variety and experience among champs that you wouldn't normally play. It's lower stakes. I think you can test your mechanics a little bit more. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's my
think
take on
Sammy could
ARAM.
be an ADC player for this tourney based on the amount of ADC he's played in ARAM. Also, Kale.
Okay. That sounds awesome. Um, so in terms of this draft, I guess what are you guys expecting in terms of like the draft pick slots? Which draft pick slots do you think is the best one?
I think bottom 5 draft pick slots are the best ones.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's not a very top heavy draft, so there's less value in sort of getting like one of those top picks. It's a little bit better to have like um sort of the later picks. You can get like two more of like the or like get another one for one of those like higher ranked players.
okay, that definitely makes sense. And in terms of, I guess, the overall like role distribution, which role do you think will have the highest impact this year?
I mean,
Yeah, it's really interesting because there's sort of like I would say a dearth of ADC and jungle players.
that are
Um,
not captains.
while yeah, there's three ADC captains, but then like the next like ADC player is gold
Pinky
or like
Blinky.
hasn't played the game. Yeah. So there's like a lot of plats in the pool, but none of them are ADC players, which is pretty interesting. I think that's like adds another layer of complexity to the draft.
It also makes things especially difficult for someone like Sincerely G, the D2 support main captain.
I also
Yeah,
think many ADC players would say that lane is just support gap. So what does it even matter if you're a high rank ADC, but you don't put as much value in support as maybe you should?
yeah. I think historically we've seen most people draft support either last or second to last pick. Do you think that would change in this draft, especially for those ADC captains?
Also, just letting you guys know, the draft has actually started. So No Love first picked NA, and it's JS Bach first picked Greeny pick.
Yeah,
Oh, do you
yeah, I
guys
guess
know more about the Ine player? I'm not too familiar with him.
I think he's
I mean
pretty
he
good.
goes to Hamilton, mid laner, sort of plays a lot of Zoe. Uh basically what I know about him.
And Police Defender gets picked by Voitless. Do you think Voitless will get away with drafting all of his friends like he has done in previous years?
Well, he's already lost NA, so that plan has failed. But he does, he gets one of his friends, and now Yeetor's inspiring 309. Bit of a flex pick there. maybe
Yeah.
Huh.
maybe a little. I wouldn't like. I would say it's a little surprising, not in like a bad way. Like I'm flaming Spenny, but I guess it's just sort of like.
So in what
I
way
think
are you
maybe
not
he's.
flaming Spenny?
I, I I just think the way I looked at the draft is that I think generally like the mid laners are higher ranked than the junglers. Just like looking at the list.
Yeah, Spenny plays
So
Victor.
yeah, but he's not like mid lane main, right? He plays more jungle. So I think there's value in getting like securing your jungle early. But it does make it makes it a little more complicated to like fill out the rest of the team where you need to like it gives them flexibility for going mid or jungle for what's left in second round. Um yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a quick question in terms of the first two picks, right? Like or the top two players that in our ranking board, the X Tally Princess and Win Wall My Win. Both of them have not been picked yet. So
Well,
what do you
Exali
guys think?
Princess is a bit of a Kiana one trick if you look at the numbers. So
Yeah,
it
so I
might
Okay.
think
be a bit of a risky pick if you, as a captain, don't have like other picks you can like block with.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely, definitely. I think in
yeah,
terms of, I guess, overall strategy, what do you guys think? When do you think these players will get picked?
I mean, I think they should get picked by the second round at least. We'll
yeah, I
see
would
if
expect them to get
Sammy
picked
still has
soon.
a chance to get picked here.
Yeah, I still have a chance to get picked in the first round.
That's very true. He is ranked 24th according to our whatever draft board that our algorithm has put together.
Yeah, pretty
But they don't
sure.
know about Sammy's training in ARAM.
Yeah. So I mean, we have two more picks to go. So we didn't cover this, but Chicken Bagels got picked by Valkyria, which is unsurprising. You have like a bit of friend draft there. Sincerely G picked up Aram Park, which is I think Aram Park and Inspiring 309 are like actually kind of similar in the terms of their role in the draft.
Yeah, I think the one surprise that is really being missed is Liquid Play. I think he should be a captain, or he plays as if he's a
Well,
captain.
he's in London
Uh,
for
oh,
LoL.
okay. So his ping is very high, right?
yeah,
Like
he
a
has London
100.
ping and he hasn't played as much as he did in the past.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
he has London ping and London work hours. Both are not conducive for like playing NA League of Legends.
Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I guess that does make it very difficult.
Actually, last I heard, he has like half US work hours and then half London work hours. So actually, like the worst of both worlds. Okay, and there we go. We got Windwall My Win, picked up by Tranquil
yeah,
Turtle.
I think this is probably where I would expect one of these players to go because historically Eric has kind of just picked like best rank or highest rank. He's very straightforward with his drafts.
And he
Um,
Yeah,
wins a lot.
yeah, and he wins a lot, so it clearly works.
yeah. I think Eric Johnson definitely has the right mindset. I definitely think Win While My Win should have gone a lot higher, just given his OP.gg.
Yeah, I think
Um,
part of it is that these are two players I don't think any of the captains know, or maybe
Oh,
like one of them
Tofu.
knows.
Or Vincent. Tofu, the captain, is asking, do you jungle still?
I play any role. I just don't play AD. But yeah, sure. Uh, I have not been playing this game a little bit, so keep that in mind, Tofu, if you are listening. Uh,
Yeah, do you think he should maybe pick up Ixtali Princess, the other highest elo player here?
yeah, I definitely think like Kiana is definitely like a mechanically challenging champion, and I think if you can play Kiana, you can pick up anything else very easily. In my opinion, I think Kiana is definitely like one of the harder champions to play mid because she does have a very difficult laning phase to get through. So regardless of what happens, I think definitely having like a very strong player mid is definitely a good way to go. Definitely as a value pick, like
Are
the
you worried
our
at all about like role overlap with Tofu though?
yeah, maybe not for Tofu, but definitely maybe for I guess in general, I think it would be a great pick regardless of what like what any of the captains are feeling. Because Tofu does play a little bit of top and maybe a little bit of AD carry. I'm not entirely too sure. So, I guess Ben, I think someone in chat was requesting to see, I guess, the available picks and the people that are remaining.
I
Maybe
was
you can.
going I was gonna plop it in, except
Uh,
I was gonna wait until Tofu does this pick, but I guess he's just doing both rounds, so we can swap to everything for now.
yeah.
The Bloody Ninja 1122 is still not picked.
Yeah, sort of slipped through, I would say.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, the
yeah,
first ranked player is not picked. A top laner who statistically isn't he better than Greeny pick? Unpicked.
Yeah, this guy was like he. I think he single-handedly won them several games just by hard carrying top. The last time he played in one of these tournaments, so definitely a little bit surprising when it comes to Bloody Ninja
Okay,
1122.
Vincent, did you look at the draft yet? The next draft.
I am not.
Okay. Would you like to make a guess on what Tofu's next two picks are? No, you. All right,
I
let's.
would say Extali Princess and Bloody Ninja. That's what I would
You're
pick if I
you're
were in
close.
the.
He went with Extali Princess and Liquid Blade.
Oh, okay. That's very interesting. I think Extali Princess, I guess none of us play with him before, so maybe the captain doesn't know like how he communicates, but I felt like he definitely looking at his OP.GG, I felt like he should have been a top five pick
Yeah. Well, I mean,
overall.
right now
Definitely a
Tofu
little bit
has three
surprising.
mid laners on his team.
Yeah. I guess Liquid Blade can play AD carry pretty well, and then Tofu and Exali Princess can flex mid and top. And then if you have three winning lanes, then it doesn't really matter how you play the rest of the way.
Like to give a shout out to Vincent Lin here. Got drafted by Tranquil Turtle.
Oh, dude, that's
Second
pretty
round
awesome.
pick.
Oh, wow.
You were valued above Kraber and just below Liquid Blade here.
um, yeah, definitely happy to be on Eric's team, who is the past winner. I think Eric won the most out of any of these tournaments.
Yes.
Um,
By I think by like actually a pretty decent margin.
yeah.
yeah, I believe he won. Did he win
Well,
Winter
he
Wall
didn't
this year?
play in the last Winter Wall.
Okay, yeah, he didn't play Winter Wall, but I think he won both tournaments last year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then he's won
I think he won one
two
other Winter Wall or
prior
two.
than that.
Somewhere
I
around
believe he
there.
won
Oh,
2019,
there's Rich
2012.
Game Buddy.
Oh yeah, so now
Wow.
I'm picked.
So we got
Rich Game
three
Buddy
jungle
is
picks
fake.
in a row. Well, three potential jungle picks in a row. King of Conquest, Kraber, Rich Game Buddy. There are not that many junglers left, right?
Yeah, no, there's actually there's quite a lot of Phil players. I guess Chicken Bagel can jungle, Dr. Maglore, and I guess that's probably it in terms of jungler. But I don't think honestly jungle matters that much overall. I would definitely am surprised that Bloody Ninja is still not picked yet. That's for sure.
And Dr. Omega Lol CK, another flexible jungle player.
That is true. And Dr. Omegalo CK, I feel like he has the most ARAM game out of all of us. So he could be a hidden OP pick. He must have very, very good mechanics. Training his mechanics in the playgrounds of ARAM.
Okay, does look like Valkyrie picked up Maglor 1125. Another jungle player. I played with him on my team before. Beatrice picked up Bloody Ninja, and Ythor picked up Snuggle Hero.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. I think X Emax is sort of getting the steal of the draft so far.
But
I
getting
think you
Dill in the 5th round, Bloody Ninja
and
1122.
Play Ninja deep in the second round, X Vampy fifth in the first round.
Yeah, I guess one thing about Xpanty is that he hasn't played at all this
Yeah.
year. And so it will be really surprising to see how good he is.
Yeah, in
But I'm
fairness,
pretty
I
sure
think
he's still
Beatrice
very
might
good.
need it. I think he's gone like winless in the past 2 tournaments he's been in.
That's true, but he did draft his friends in several of these
No,
tournaments.
in
So
one of them, I think. but then how does that doesn't make sense on how you're win this for 2 tournaments?
Well, he's definitely has a great draft coming up.
Okay, Brishan picked up by Voidless and Dr. Omega all picked up by JS Bach. Okay, JS Bach currently with the friend team.
But so is Voidless. Voidless has picked all Hamilton people from what I've seen.
Yeah, and Brishan making a comeback after not playing in one of these tourneys for probably like a year or 2 years now.
Yeah.
Anivia Malzar one trick or
And then
two
a
trick
former
if you
champion.
all remember. Yes. Right. Now we're at the next turn in the snake. No Love is deciding what his next 2 picks are. So he's picked up NA only so far.
Oh, definitely just War Koala plus I guess the highest rated player, Blinky.
Yeah,
So
pretty
you
interesting.
still have faith in War Koala.
I do. I feel like although he just recently started a new job, so I don't know about his commitment to playing League of Legends, but I do think he is definitely a value pick if you can get him at the
What
end
do you
of the
mean? He
second round.
finished boot camping and he started a new tech job, so he's like chilling now.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, I think it would really surprise me that that Warcraft has fallen this far. I guess top lane does top lane matter these days in LCS
I don't
or
think so.
I feel like it was just like
Well,
tank
no, but
versus
Gwen is
tank.
broken. That's what I know. Top lane doesn't matter except for Gwen and like
Um,
maybe Jax if you're like Chinese Jax.
um, yeah, I don't think Warcraft plays those champions. His favorite champions were Renekton and Shen. So I don't know. We'll see.
Wait, No Love is fairly flexible. What roles did NA play again?
He's mainly a Zoe one trick from what I remember. But he does play a little bit of Ezreal in terms of AD carry. Um, and then he just plays a bunch of mage mid laners afterwards.
Okay, so No Love does pick up War Koala, almost certainly going to be his top laner.
I definitely expect to see an ADC pick here. I think he has some experience playing with Nakina. Um, yeah, I don't know much about Blinky.
Yeah, he's a fresh new Williams person, class of 2025. That is, dude. He's got the fast reaction time. If I were drafting, I would pick him. These youngsters with with a fast reaction times, they can make some flashy plays.
Did you
That's
have
all I'm
faster
saying.
reaction time? Were you a better player when you were younger, Vincent? Now that
Without a
you're
doubt.
old and your
Yeah.
hands are like decrepit, you just can't click as fast as you used to.
Yeah, dude. I'm in this tournament I'm probably going to play champions that only uh has like one rotation.
All right, well, you were right. He goes with War Koala and Binky Blinky. So he's got the old blood, the mentor for his team, as well as the new youngins. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Stephen continuing with his friendship dream, drafting I love to buckbutt.
Uh, yeah, Cody Cow is definitely hasn't played a lot of League, but he is definitely a very good Valorant player. He's got those Valorant mechanics. So
I don't know if Cody signed up in this tournament to be drafted by Stephen though. I don't know if that was like in his plan.
I think this is the best timeline.
um,
Steve and Cody on the same team. They have a long history together, on and off the Rift.
That's true. Oh wait, Lightning Fast and Wilson have not been picked yet.
Yeah, I think these are
Sammy S gets picked
pretty.
up by Voidless. Is he also? He's not a Hamilton student.
oh,
Yeah,
that
he is. Yeah,
is
Sammy Sasaki.
Yeah, I've played with Sammy S before. Very solid. I would say play from my experience. He played above his rank back then. He may have been silver, but he definitely outplayed his rank from when I played with him.
Do you think he
Is
can
it
compete
because
with the
his name
rest of the
is
top
Sammy?
players though?
I think the top lane pool was pretty similar to here. Maybe I don't know if Yuto residents or missing the challenger player, but I would have faith in him.
Okay. Wilson picked up by Yitor, and Fabulous Yuma picked up by Zmax. Right. Do you think Zmax got
Fabulous
away with like
Yuma.
another really high value pick, like with his other two picks, or
I don't know how good Fabulous Yuma is,
does anyone know who
but
Fabulous Yuma is?
I do not. But it sounds like a Yumi player.
Right? It's a bit
Let me
toxic.
take a look at his match rank history. Definitely a support slash ADC player. Was around plat level, plat 3, and the past several around gold, and the highest level he's gotten was plat.
I'm
So
not gonna lie. I think if you're able to draft in like last round or second to last round, a low ego support who's willing to play Yumi in this current ADC meta, it's pretty lit.
yeah, definitely,
That's pretty
definitely.
high value. Okay, Wobuko picked up by Sincerely G, so I think that's gonna be the bot lane duo.
Hey, that's a pretty good team, Sammy. It's Abraham
Abraham
Park top, Rich King Buddy jungle, and then Wobukui and Sincerely G bot lane. Sammy, what do you think about it?
I think it's a little hard to evaluate at this point. I think we have to see the rest of the draft layout to sort of compare teams because I
Yeah.
think we got some good players on this team, but gotta wait to compare them.
Dunk picked up Entropy, a last minute sub because one of our players had to drop out. Uh, Entropy has expressed a desire to be free of support jail, but looking at his team, I'm uncertain this will happen. Yeah, and also they are making a good point in the chat. Lil Young 9, once upon a time, first round pick. Now we are in the second to the last round. Still not picked up. But I do actually think Lil Young 9 offers more value than his rank um, might make you believe.
Yeah, I think Lil Young Nine is always super vocal. It's a very, very good person to have on your team. Always a good vibe.
Tranquil Turtle could pick him up here as a support.
That is very true.
Yeah. Right now we're basically now in rank like recent rank wise the like silver bronze area of the draft. So, not sure who Tranquil Turtle would pick up here. Does he doesn't need a jungler because he has Vincent. He has himself to play mid or ADC or Vayne top. Is Win While I Win actually a Yasuo one trick?
Um, I don't know.
Yes, he is. He mostly plays Yasuo. He has some other picks like GP that I saw from his account, but is definitely a heavily Yasuo player.
Okay, so oh yeah, he plays only like super toxic top champions.
All right, and we do see Tranquil
Oh, there
Turtle
we
with the
go. There's
young
the young
nine.
nine. All right, you got some value here. Previous first round draftee now on your team in the third round of draft.
The
And I
young man.
will say historically, Eric's supports have definitely popped off.
They've
Like
popped off way
he
above their
has
rank.
yeah, he just has a way of like sort of elevating the sports he plays with. So you take a good player like David, pair him with Tranquil Turtle, and
You
you
have like
don't
the
know.
raw talent in David molded by Eric's firm hands. You have real talent there. Okay. I honestly have no idea who Tofu should pick here. He's drafted 3 mid laners so far.
I think he's only going to draft more mid laners as we
Then he would probably pick a Rectobat. Um Although Ragnarok puts support and ADC as his roles, I think he's more of a support mid laner IMO. Actually, are there? There's not really other mid laners unless you're willing to go like quite a bit lower in the draft. Oh, there's Cole, a person who did like play pretty well, especially considering their rank was, well, right now it's silver 4. But he did like super well on Seraphine. He first time Nico to great effect, basically dominating Tofu. I think Tofu's in a bit of a rut right now because he's basically finalizing his team right with these decisions.
Yeah, I think Tofu is. I guess it's very interesting, like what Tofu is going to, what roles his team is going to be playing, because yeah, I'm not sure. He probably still needs a support and a jungler, and looking at the rest
Okay,
of the draft, I don't see any junglers that is left,
he
and
picked up
so
Nesnam, who, according to the sheet, put Phil as his roles.
you know,
So he's
A
still
true wild card.
no clue. Well, okay, so he put Phil, but top lane is a 1 score, and jungle and mid are a 4 score. Well, no, actually, no. Jungle is a 5 score, so that might be his jungler. Now he has a jungler. Guess he just needs to pick someone to be his probably his support now, unless Liquid Blade insists on being support for his team, which he's basically done in the past. Or Liquid Blade could be his ADC, although I'm not sure he has the best track record of doing that in tournaments. Arachnobat. Okay. Tofu's basically drafted like 5 mid lane draft or mid lane flexi players. So we have the first team completed. Now it's Tranquil Turtle's turn to round out his draft. Any guesses on what he might end up drafting?
Um,
yeah, I think if I were in his spot, probably a solo laner. So most likely Cole, just because I think he played with Tranquil Turtle before, and
You
they
got it.
did win the last summer LoL draft.
You got it. He
So
drafted Cole. Since you got the last one, what's your pick on what I Love People should be doing here?
most likely, probably either not Electro or Arcana, unless Marcus wants to play top lane, and then in that case, he will probably draft the next best support.
What does Arcana play?
Arcana plays mid and ADC, but I'm just looking at like solo laners in general.
Okay. Yeah, so
Um,
yeah, both Not Electro and Arcana play a decent amount of mid lane. Although, also, what role do you think Sung will play in this tourney?
I think most likely he'll play top lane, unless he gets top lane or AD carry.
He's been
But
bad
I
to AD
think,
carry in solo queue.
I think it
yeah.
is shaping up for Sung to play mid, just looking at teams, because I think
Oh, Nikhil is
he picks
definitely
Arcana.
Nikhil played
Okay,
yeah,
so
like a lot of Xerath.
he
yeah.
did pick a
Nikhil
mid
is
laner.
a yeah.
Yeah. And he picked up Arcana, mid ADC player.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, if I were him, I would probably just put Sun top, Nikhil mid, and then just have Kraber play his Master E and just play double support bot lane. That's what I would do. I'll just put
Master Yi plus
Sun,
what Sona Seraphine or Sona
yeah,
Taric.
Sona Taric every single game.
Huh. Does Mastery have a good track record in these tournaments? Mastery actually gets picked a decent amount.
Yeah, I think Kraber definitely bumped up the Master E win rates and Master E pick rates by that time.
What? No, I thought Kraber wasn't the one who could bump up the pick rate because he could never pick it. It was always
Oh,
like other
that's
teams that ended up picking it.
yeah. But I guess we have not seen funneling as a strategy played in any of these games so far. So maybe. But yeah, looking at the team comp, I think maybe double support bot lane. That could be a definitely a very, very strong um, strategy going into the games.
Yeah, but ADCs are so strong right now.
Yeah, but I think you can also play like Lucian or Tristana mid. Hard to say. I think every single team will have its own respective strategies.
I think Sincerely G has to pick probably a top laner here.
So Abraham Park, I think, will most likely flex between top and mid.
He plays like just Quinn top though, right?
No, I think Abraham Park is a team player. He plays the mean Dr. Mundo.
I don't know if is Dr. Mundo a team player pick?
Dude,
It's
Window's
definitely
always good. You can always care on Window.
yeah, it's definitely more team oriented than Quit.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean the rest of Handy Park. Handy Park plays mid and top. Okay, so I guess they will be flexible between Ave and Handy Park. Wait, yeah, they have double parks in their team.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I
that's
think they've
very
seen
true.
this like
It's a very Korean oriented draft.
true. Huh. Hmm. Oh wait, the next two picks got done really fast. So Valkyria picked up Angeal. Benju's, what a shocker, picks up Lunar Bunny. Etor gets the not Electro.
Can we talk about what happens if XEMAX does not pick up Lunar Bunny?
Huh? What happens?
Yeah.
If only I'm willing to bet there was some captain to captain collusion here, just to ensure safety of picks. But we don't have to go on into too much detail on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lunar Bunny is honestly a bit of a wild card. There's just not enough games. Lunar Bunnies and who's the other one? Ninja Monkey are just there's not very much info on them.
Yeah,
They just don't
definitely.
have not played very much at all. And same with Cloak and Raven has played a bit more.
Yeah, I think Cloak and Raven definitely is a very I guess is I think is a very good pick if you can get her in the last two picks.
I think that is what is going to happen here.
Oh.
Jatana Taj picked up by Voidless. Last I played with him, he played like almost only Yone mid, but I think his champion pool's expanded a bit since then.
Yeah, I think he's definitely plays a lot of games. I feel like he definitely plays a lot more than um a lot of the other people that is in the similar ranks.
Take a look at the chat. So Steven is picking up Cloak and Raven. So that means Ninja Monkey 1555 will end up going to No Love. And well, I mean that's kind of the risk to having first pick in the draft. You end up with whoever is the last person. But maybe he can make it work. So Ninja Monkey is a mid and top lane player, which is looking at it a bit unideal. Forquala's top lane, NA plays mid, I think.
Mid or 80 carry. So I think what's going to happen is No Love is probably going to play jungle.
Yeah,
And Orkala plays top, Ine plays 80 carry, and Blinky probably plays support,
yeah.
and maybe Ninja Monkey plays mid.
Hmm.
Mm.
Right. So based on those picks, I'll wait for Marcus to finish updating the rest of the draft here. But do you currently have a favorite besides your own team, of course? Statistically, your team is the current like title holder. You are the ones defending your crown, or yes, you're helping defend Eric's crown.
Yeah, I think Eric is the person that's doing most of the work here. Um, but I think overall, I think everyone has a very good shot. I think the draft turned out very even. I think the more interesting thing will be, I guess, which group we get put into. And so I think I'll be looking forward to who gets put into what group.
Great. Welcome, Marcus.
Hello. Yeah, that's all for the draft.
Marcus, we still have to do the group draft, right?
Yep, that's the next step is to do the group draw.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Oh, and just for everyone who is like on the stream right now, we have actual artwork made that, although it does not quite match up to the stuff that Cole made, and it's not actually as mug suitable as the stuff that Cole made, is also pretty solid, courtesy of Connie. I'll bring it up on the stream now. So yeah, here's the official artwork that Connie had set up for us, run in line with the Star Guardian theme that we have for the rest of the tourney. Maybe we can incorporate into this into a prize or something.
Yeah. It's definitely a good looking artwork.
wow, this is absolutely amazing.
But yeah, Marcus, how does it feel now that you were rapidly commissioned onto the draft?
What do you mean by rapidly commissioned?
I mean, you were put into the draft today.
Well, it is what it is. Some players can't make it, so we had to make some last minute adjustments. But
Also, are you ready to play support again?
that is fine. It is what it is. I'll accept my fate. All right.
Christian
Shall
Rolla,
we do?
well, if you're asking about what happened to last year's art, you needed to have played, and then you could have earned a high quality S plus tier mug. And yes, Yablo, this is original artwork made by Lunar Bunnies. Okay, but yeah, Marcus, what were you trying to say?
Oh no, I'm just saying whenever we're ready, we should hop into the group draw.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
Do you have a link for me?
It's just on the next slide.
Nope. Yeah, I will set that up. Right. Okay, here is the group draw. So
All
this
right.
is, I swear, completely random, no bias, no rigging of things, no collusion.
So the
Okay,
first,
just is it possible to, I guess, use a random number to show like a random number generator?
yeah, we're on random.org, but if you want to pull it up, we can pull it up. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if you can pull
that.
it up to this stream.
Oh my god. You just have no idea how much
Otherwise,
pain
I could just put the
this is.
pics in.
Yeah.
Marcus put the pics in.
All right. So the first
I
team
am
that
not
was
switching scenes.
okay. The first team that was drafted was team I Love People for Group A. All right. The second team that was drafted was Team XEMAX for Group B.
No.
The third team that was drafted was Team JS Bach for Group A. The fourth team that was drafted was Team Sincerely G for Group B.
That's the team you're on, right, Marcus? Or are
The
you on a
fifth team that
different team?
was I'm on Team I Love People. The fifth team that was drafted was Team Voidless for Group A. The sixth team is Team Tranquil Turtle for Group B. The seventh team is Team Yitor for Group A. The 8th team is Team Valkyria for Group B. The 9th team is Team NOLA for Group A, and the last remaining team is Team SK Telecom T1 for Group B. All right, and that's a group draft.
Vincent, you were talking before about how you felt group draft would really decide a lot of things. So how do you feel now?
I feel like overall, I think it's very difficult to determine who is coming out of which group. I think everyone is very. I think every single team has like its strength and also some question marks in some of the roles. And definitely, I think overall is definitely going to be a good um, group stage to watch to see if those questions are answered.
Wow, that's such a political response. Where's the drama?
Yeah, what do you think, Ben? Since you're not playing this tournament, who do you think is going to win?
Well, since I'm not playing, well, I'm sad that Sung and Beatrice are not on the same group. Since Sung was kind of BMing Beatrice earlier in the chat with his draft. Let's see. I mean, I think Tranquil Turtle actually has like a pretty solid team again. And somehow he makes magic from like solid teams most times. I think SK Telecom T1 is a very wild cardy team. I don't know how that team is gonna shake out for him. Uh, and I mean, frankly, I'm just don't know a lot of the players here. I don't really want to open up everyone's op.gg to find out. But I think ZMax actually got away with like some robbery with his draft.
Yeah, I think the X Vampy into Bloody Ninja is very, very strong.
Yeah, and
Because
Urgot
if I
hard
remember
champion.
correctly, they were captains in the last year's draft.
Xvampy might have been a captain in one draft, but he was a player in another one. He was drafted by Rely Lost when she was captain. And the games
Oh,
that team won were where Xvampy basically played Urgot and Heartstomp. And now they have Bloody Ninja 1122 to play Urgot and Heartstomp. And Xvampy could play quite a few other champions. I think he's
yeah.
Mastery 7 or something on every champion.
That is a lot of dedication to League of Legends.
He hasn't played recently, but I don't think those
Um,
hours just disappear.
yep.
I think Vitor and Sincerely G, they both have like pretty safe-ish drafts. Pointless picked also pretty like safe people all around. I think Brishan hasn't played that much recently, but I mean, still haven't a lot of other players. I think Brishan's pretty solid. Police Defender is like pretty good. JS Bach is friend draft, and we will see how far the power of friendship will carry forward. I mean, I think his players are like also pretty solid, but he incidentally has the power of friendship and magic.
Okay. I guess Ben, are we finished with everything?
I think so.
Okay.
Any last minute things you want to say or have predictions for?
No, I think I'm all set. I think let's have a fun tournament.
Yeah, but so when is the tournament itself again? Just to remind everybody.
So the tournament itself will be from August 27th to August 28th.
Yeah, so the
And
27th will be the group stage, so everyone will be expected to participate there. And then the day after will be just for the playoffs. So if your
yep,
team makes it, you should play with your team. And if your even if your team doesn't make it, feel free to just hop on the show and just watch along and root for whichever team beat you if you think that team is like the best team in the tourney, or root for the other teams if you think that team just lucked out.
yep.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining on to the draft show. We'll probably see you again on the 28th and the 27th.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone.